let's continue about the land, my land story. Today I wanted to tell about where I was looking, why there, and what kind of land. So I did some research on how much it would cost to get power, even if it's available on the street, to the place of the house, for example, in the land, how much it will be costing to uh, bring all utilities to the land. I really like the idea of living off the grid, really like. But for now, I think it's not the option for me as a first time buyer, and I don't have much time with small kid, and I don't have much real support, like physical support, to do things on the land by ourselves. So we decided to go with land with utilities, and it's not very simple to find one. And when you think about it, why would be land with utilities? Most of the cases it's land after the fire. In Northern California, or in California, uh, fires are very often happening very often, so a lot of land like this. uh, First lot we saw in Boulder Creek. It's nearby, like 1 hour on the small roads from our place where we live now. So it's really Los Gatos area or Bay Area. It's in the area. It's like hype area. But the lot was after the fire. You still had the neighbors, like very close to the lot, neighbors with a temporary I don't know, tents, RVs after who survived the fires. So for me, it wasn't very cozy neighborhood, so to speak, and it was very close to the lot. And lot was, as a realtor said, it's a big one, almost 1 acre, and a lot of land on this lot was rocky, like rocks. It was beautiful view. It had beautiful view, but it's kind of small, and it yeah, we didn't like the area too. So, and for this price, it was there was no much many options. So I decided, okay, let's go to Shasta region, Siskiyou County. Why? Because I had some friends or people I knew. I talked to them, and they told me the story, how they bought land, how they built everything. It was so, for me, it was almost romantic story of ownership of the land and caring about it and building everything from scratch. And but not my option. But we did go to Shasta, and it was a beautiful trip. We saw three person three lots. uh, I think in the previous video I already talked about one of them. uh, so each time I saw a lot, I I could sense, I could feel if it's enough land for me. For now, we are living in the house with a small backyard. That's it, surrounded by the same houses. In the land, you can feel how big or small it is. So almost 1 acre felt small. 2.5 acres felt good. Then we 2.5 acres with utilities and manufactured house was good. Then we went to 10 acres on the slope, but it was so beautiful. I really liked the space, 10 acres, and I felt like, yeah, I can do it. Like, it's it's not too big. It's good for me. Uh, it's the feeling of confidence you can manage this large piece of land. Um, and I really like space. I don't need to use it all the space, but I really like to have space. So so I started to look 5 and more acres. Um, for me, it was enough, not small one. because why to invest money in the same kind of small uh, lot as we have now? So I guess it's like thinking forward, and I want more space, this kind of thinking. This video will be longer than 5 minutes. So the areas. So after going to Shasta, it was too long way, too 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 much driving and too much energy and time, so not the option. So I started to look here. I know a coach that she has her retreat center, and she lives in Placerville, and I really like the pictures on her website, the wood, the trees everywhere, like tranquility, like magical place. And I said, okay, I will look for in the Placerville. Um, I didn't find anything like this, like her lot, and what what I found I didn't really like, but I decided to go to feel the place. It's really beneficial when you come to the place and feel, um, and you decide if the place calls you or you relate to it. And so funny, I contacted 2 or 3 realtors in that area. Something went wrong. One disappeared, second disappeared, and like they didn't want to work with me. Um, while waiting for a response from one of them, I found land in Mariposa County. It's near Yosemite National Park. Um, and my husband said, "Oh, that's the area I would love to live in." He liked the area. Okay, let's go. We went to see one lot. Uh, it was around 5 acres. It was a segment, like it was a division. One large lot with a house was divided on 3, so it A, B, C lots, and it was one of them. So there was no private driveway, so we had to cross through other property. And it was very close to, like it bordered with the road, and no fence. Basically you decide where to go with the driveway, where to put it. uh, well, it had manufactured house, but it wasn't placed on the foundation because there was no permit for doing it, because they needed a ramada roof for the for this manufactured house, and it would cost another 30,000. And we say, oh, so it's not the benefit on this land. We would like to sell it to avoid this extra money, extra expenses. So we were thinking about it, and yeah, no, the whole way back to home we were talking about, and about other lands, about other lots that they were totally different from the pictures that we saw online. Like, mind blowing. You have to come to the land to see it, because the pictures can be astonishing, beautiful, but then you come and you see all the rest, and you might not like it. um, People will live in, like in one lot, people will live in for 30 years, and but it's kind of a low income living, and adding pieces of living space to each other, it's kind of strange. And all land was with pieces of the evidence of living for 30 years. A lot of clearance would be required, a lot of work. And then when we come home, the same day I looked again on the Redfin or other a website, and I saw one property, and it was on the same road that we went already, um, with the land with the manufactured house in Mariposa County. So I will stop here and I will tell about that land because it's the land I bought.